Hello, welcome back to the Mr. Burns Creepy Eye podcast. Let's do a close up. Yeah, it's gross. Getting better though. Okay, so today we're going to read the section on bird adaptations. Adaptations is a change animals make to adjust to their environment. Read the following bird adaptations, then answer the following questions. Birds all share some characteristics. Characteristic is a trait, something about someone, like your hair color and your eye color. Birds all have similar characteristics. All birds are warm-blooded or endothermic animals. Birds are vertebrates because they have backbones. All birds have a four-chambered heart. Not all animals have four chambers in their heart. We do too. A characteristic they share with mammals, us. All birds lay hard shell eggs. Birds only have two legs. Their forelimbs have become modified wings. So their front legs, instead of legs, they have wings. And they use that for flying. All modern birds evolved from ancestors that could fly. Some modern birds, like penguins and ostriches, don't fly. Today, they don't fly right now. At one point, they might have. But they have feathers and wings. Feathers probably evolved from reptiles' scales. Both feathers and scales are made of the same tough material as your fingernails. It's something called keratin. Birds' feet and legs have scales on them. Bodies of birds are adapted for flying. Many birds' bones are hollow, which makes birds' bodies lightweight. Flying birds have large chest muscles that move the wings. Birds have feathers that help them fly. The long flight feathers on their wings and tail help birds balance and steer. In addition, birds have a system of air sacs, little bags, in their body that connect to the lungs. The air sacs enable birds to extract much more oxygen from each breath of air than other animals can. Birds need extra oxygen to release large amounts of energy in the power of their flight. Their four-chambered heart also helps a bird get more oxygen. The advantage of a four-chambered heart is that there is no mixing of oxygen-rich and oxygen-poor blood, so it keeps it separate. In two-chambered heart animals, it doesn't keep it separate. Blood that arrives in the bird's body tissues have plenty of oxygen. Birds also have well-developed brains and good eyesight, also called keen eyesight. In order to fly, birds must have very quick reactions. When approaching a cliff or a tree, a bird has only a few seconds to spot and land safely and avoid crashing. Most birds have keener eyesight than humans do. Birds' eyes are much larger in relation to their body size than human eyes, so they have big eyes compared to how big their body is. In addition to adaptations or changes for flight, birds have other adaptations for living in a wide variety of environments. The shapes of their legs, wings, claws, and beaks fit the kind of environment that the bird lives in. Wading birds like herons and cranes have long legs and toes. Goldfinches have toes that can automatically lock into a branch or other perch. All birds have jaws that are beaks or bills. Beaks are the tools that birds use to capture and gather and eat their food. Many bird beaks work just like utensils. A utensil is something you find in your kitchen that you eat with. You may have in your kitchen. Birds eat seeds and nuts. Need something like a nutcracker, so something that breaks nuts. And this is just what finches, sparrows, and parrots have. Their short, stout beaks are strong. They even have ridges on the inside of their beaks like a nutcracker. The ridges help hold and put pressure on the seeds, making it easier for the birds to open seeds and nuts. Woodpeckers eat insects that hide under tree bark and inside trees. They need a bill that is sharp and pointed and chisel like to pull tree bark apart and drill holes in trees. Their beaks are strong and work like ice picks. Hummingbird beaks are long and thin and round. This shape is to help them probe flowers, so put it into flowers, and suck out nectar. Nectar is like sugary water that flowers produce. Their tongues are so special. The tongues roll at the edges so that they have hair on the tips. The hairy tips help hummingbirds lap up the nectar, and the rolled edges give them a trough to carry the nectar back to their mouth. Charles Darwin, a man who proposed the theory of evolution by means of natural selection, studied the differences in the finches of the Galapagos Islands. He noticed each species of finch had a beak that was well suited to the diet of the bird. Finches that ate insects had sharp needle-like beaks. Finches that ate seeds had broad, strong beaks. There have been over 8,000 species of birds identified. They are the most diverse class of land-dwelling vertebrates. So anything that lives on the land, there are more birds than anything else. Birds range from size of a tiny, tiny hummingbird to a huge ostrich. Birds live on all continents, including Antarctica. Not too many animals can say that. Describe the characteristics that make bird a bird. Name and describe at least two things birds have in common. Explain how a bird's beak is like a kitchen utensil. Choose one type of bird and explain the kitchen utensil its beak is like. Explain how the bird uses its beak. Choose another feature of a bird and describe that particular adaptation. Alrighty, there we go. Interesting stuff about birds. We will talk more about adaptations and natural selection. Have a great day. See you guys.